Hey guys, so this is a review of the MPP Solar PIP-5048MG inverter. It's a pure sine wave inverter. It has 5,000 watt output. It has a 64 volt maximum battery input and a 450 volt PV input. It's also got a built-in 80 amp MPPT charge controller. And it does do UPS as well. It's got a 40 amp bypass. So I bought this inverter in November of 2018 to use with my lithium batteries. I also got this transformer. This is an Acme transformer. It's a 5 kVA isolation transformer, and what it does is it takes the 240 volt output of the PIP and turns it into split phase 120/240. So right now I've been running off-grid for the last day. It's been real nice and sunny, but typically in the winter I will run this as just a battery backup. So I have a breaker in my main panel. It runs through the PIP and then it runs to my protected loads panel, and it really doesn't do anything. It will keep the battery charged if I want it to. I can keep the battery charged on solar as well, but then if there is a power outage, it just blinks the lights real fast, you don't even notice, and it switches over to battery power. The reason I went with this over some of the other PIP inverters is that it's got the 64 volt maximum DC input for the battery side, which I'm running 16S NMC battery, so I can go up to 67, but 64 is all I really need to get the most out of my battery. And it also has 450 volt PV input, which is awesome. I have one string of 9 panels on my north facing roof tied into this, and this has been doing my power all day today. It's been nice and sunny. Winter time north facing roof is terrible, but that's another story for another day. We found out yesterday that this does accept my small cheap generator input as well. That does charge the battery off of it and switch over to it and run the house off of it, which is pretty cool. MPP Solar does say that you should use an inverter type generator and one that's larger than the output of the inverter, just so you don't overload anything. But it does work with a cheaper generator that's not of amazing quality. One of the other things I have here is you can see a microinverter down in the corner there. I am also running a one solar panel that's west facing over my heat pump, and that comes into the microinverter, and that's actually AC coupled with the PIP. So the reason I'm able to do that is that this is never going to put out more power than I'm using on my protected loads panel. I've monitored it for months, and I never use less than 250 watts on that panel, unless I'm on vacation, in which case I turn it off. So I have that AC coupled, and that just supplements some power to my protected loads panel. A couple of things I don't like as much about this inverter. The charge controller doesn't seem to be super efficient. When I'm inputting around 130 watts, up to 130 watts of solar, it won't charge the battery with that, it seems. I mean, maybe it is, I'm not exactly sure. It's just running the inverter. And then once it gets above that, it does start charging the battery just fine. Also, one thing I found out the hard way is that the PV side is not galvanically isolated from the AC side. So what that means is that when there's power on the AC side, there is also power on the PV input. And I did find that out the hard way. I double checked with MPP Solar and they confirmed it. The one other thing with this that's kind of more annoying than anything is when you're inputting, say, 1,000 watts from the solar and you're using 1,000 watts on the output side, what'll happen is it's actually switching back and forth between the battery and the solar, and it kind of can't make up its mind where it wants to be, so it blinks the lights a little bit. It's not really a blinking, more of a flickering, but it is kind of annoying. It doesn't last for very long, so I don't really worry about it. It does bug my wife a little bit, but she'll be okay with that. But other than that, I really can't complain about this thing. So overall, this inverter has been great. I've been running it for probably a year straight now. It's had no issues. The things run perfectly. You know, I haven't tried to overload it, and I'm not going to. But you know, it's run all of my house and charged the battery, discharged the battery, taken the PV. You know, everything it's supposed to do, and it's done it without any hiccups. So overall, I'd say it was a great buy. I think I paid with shipping, I think it was about $700 for it. And really, you can't find a better buy for that amount of money. Are there better inverters out there? Sure, absolutely. How long will it last? I don't know. It might last another year. It might last another 10 years. That would be great. But for right now, you know, it's doing what it's supposed to, and I'm happy with it. Thanks for watching, guys, and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of stuff. Thanks.